how good this defensive line has been. Has that been any of a shocker to you, or you knew that they were going to be this good this season?
Sort of a loaded question, isn't it? Obviously, I feel like, we've done some good things, but there are a lot of things that we need to do a lot better as far as improving our play. And that's been the challenge week in and week out, is to try to make sure that we stay focused and keep the main thing the main thing. But there's just so many areas when you sit there and you watch the film and you're critiquing it and you're being truly honest with what's taking place, that guys see that there's so much room for improvement, be it communications, getting everybody on the same page, be it fundamentals, using the right techniques and the fundamentals where now they can be more productive and even be, better players. So that's our challenge. Hopefully we've spent, the off week trying to improve and work on us the first week off, and now we're back into scheme, getting ready for Kentucky.
You guys have obviously been successful, and you talked a couple of weeks ago about how hard your group has played. How challenging is it for them to keep that kind of edge for 13 weeks when you're dealing with all the things that they're dealing with at their age?
Well, I do think, the depth of the room, the way we play the room, I think the healthy competition, it creates that. Guys know that they have to play hard and they have to play physical or they're going to be out and sitting over there with me. So, they got choices, and every man gets to make a choice, and based off of those choices and how they perform, that's, that determines how much they play. But, the guys they've been very good. They've been very responsive. That's the one thing I do like about the room. I like the camaraderie in the room. I don't feel like there's any jealousy in the room. I think the guys really enjoy playing for one another. I think they have fun playing together, and they seem to do a really good job of encouraging and critiquing and coaching each other and pushing each other, where it's not always 100%, coach-led. And that's when, I do think we're making some progress in that area when it's being peer-led.
How did you get to that point to where you took whatever egos were in the room and got them to the point where there wasn't jealousy? Was it always like that, or did you have to grow toward that?
Well, obviously, we've spent, 4 years, trying to change the culture, trying to instill in these young men how blessed they are, to have an opportunity to play somewhere like the University of Tennessee, and what an honor it is to have that T on the side of your helmet, and that we're always playing for something bigger than us individually. Be it, that T on the side of our helmet, that name on the back of our jersey, those are the things that we represent. I just try to still blend a little old school with it, just the brotherhood, just thinking back when I played, how close, I was to my teammates, and the accountability piece that we tried to hold each other to. And obviously as a freshman, we had to learn that too from older guys. So I just think, just the older guys in that room that's been there, that stuck with us since day one, they've been able to, enforce, some of those things and let them know, hey, we have standards. This is what's expected. This is what's going to be tolerated and what's not going to be tolerated.
Rodney, Jaxson Moi came in your room and just kind of seamlessly transitioned really well. Is he the first Polynesian kid you've coached, and how much have you enjoyed kind of getting to learn about his culture and coach him, and what's he bring to the table that sets him apart?
He is the first one that I've been blessed to have an opportunity to coach. I came up second with Fahoko when he came out, and he ended up going to LSU. Coach O sold him that he was the D-line coach, but I still, maintain a great relationship with the kid and his family, so, having a chance to obviously coach, Jaxson has been a joy. I mean, it's everything that I dreamed that it would be, what he stands for, his character, his work ethic, you know, it's been really good for that room, and he has fit in great with that room. And, you know, and I'm really excited about just continuing to see his growth, because I do think that he has true natural leadership ability, which, you know, in this generation, you know, that stuff's getting harder and harder to find. So when you have it and you find it, man, you got to cherish it, you know. So I'm really excited about, you know, where he's headed and what he can mean to our program and the direction that we want our program to continue to go in.
Coach, some people judge James Pierce Jr.'s season based on stats. How do you evaluate how he has played this year?
Well, I think if you ask James, just like if you ask anybody, I think he would have to be totally honest with you and say there's room for improvement. You know, it's not always about stats. It's making sure that we're doing everything within the system, within the scheme, making sure that we're executing at a high level. And like I tell the guys all the time, now, anytime that we can learn to put aside our personal goals and ambitions and put the team goals and ambitions first, then at the end of the day, they're going to reap the rewards individually. Because if we do good as a team and we win at a high level, I do believe that we don't have enough guys for all the accolades that could come. So, you know, I'm just trying to stress that team concept, and let's doing things as a team and doing things for Tennessee and not for individuals. But I think, you know, he's progressing, and I think he's making strides, and he's headed in the right direction. So we hope that he will continue to peak as we're going through this stretch right here.
It seems Dominic Bailey continues to make strides this season. What have you liked most from him, whether his ability to affect the quarterback or just be disruptive at the line?
Well, the thing about Dom that I admire, you know, he's a young man that wasn't given anything, especially probably, you know, by me. You know, when I first got here, you know, I had question marks about, you know, Dom, you know, and all that. So he's a kid that has really bought into what we're doing and how we want to go about things. And he changed his work ethic. He changed his attitude. He's doing those little things, and he's worked himself into being a pretty good football player. And I still think there's even more room for him to grow. And I think it's important to him. He shows up to work every day. He has a good attitude, and you know, I think he's made of the right stuff. And I think he cares about his teammates, and I think he cares about this institution. Thank you, Coach. All right, thank you all. Have a good day.